Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about tapping in to that positive energy. If you are someone that's been struggling, if you're going through a difficult time, this is going to be the episode for you because we're going to talk about how to shift your perspective so that you can bring that positive love energy within you and truly start enjoying your life again. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us get aligned on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And you're going to take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, you're going to say this word over and over and over in your mind. Really charge yourself up with this energy, and then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency, and once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to take one more deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to receive to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And now. So whether you've been listening to the podcast for a while, or this is your first listen, there is something that you have to understand. And I've believed this for a while, but it's just being reinforced as truth every day as I continue my study, my exploration of energy. And what it is that how you are now does not mean how you're going to be in the future. So the situation that you're in, whether it's financial, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, whatever situation you're going in that you want to change, you can. And it's actually really simple. Now, it may take time, it's going to take practice, and it's going to take work, but you can change your situation. That is truth. If you failed in the past, that's okay. That is not an indication of what's going to happen in the future. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever it is that you want to shift, you have to understand who you are in order to change it. You are an observer and a creator. You observe the world around you, the people around you, what they say, what they do, how they treat you, but most importantly, you observe the thoughts in your mind. You cannot control other people. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control what the world is doing. What you can control are the thoughts that are spending time in your mind. This has to become the most protected space that we could ever imagine. What spends time in your mind is number one. That is what you will create more of. Whether you're thinking of things consciously or subconsciously, you create more of it. If that's the truth, then all you have to do is change what's in your mind. Once you change what's in your mind and you're deliberate with the thoughts, because the thoughts represent energy, then you will start seeing the changes in the world. Everything is existing at once. The new job that you're looking for exists today. The new relationship that you're looking for exists today. The new experience, the new location, everything that you desire exists today. It's just about you tapping into the energy so that you can see it. You have to resonate with it for it to become a reality for you. There is somebody living the experience you desire, so there's no reason that you can't either. Some people are born with a specific vision in mind. It seems like from day one, they knew they wanted to be a doctor. They knew they wanted to be a professional athlete. They knew they wanted to be a mother or a father. Like they just had this vision of that's who they wanted to be. That's what they were going to do. And so they accomplished it. And so we think because somebody didn't need to study self-help, somebody didn't need to work with mentors, that nobody does. Well, what if their experience was that, to come in with something specific, only be focused on that, and go and create it? And what if your experience is something different, an experience like mine, where we kind of are aloof for the first 30-something years, floating around, experiencing things, doing what other people do around us, but not a true direction. But then at some point, we start realizing that there's something more, that we're being called to do something more, and our experience is one of openness and then creation of something specific, where you get to experience putting the energy in your mind and then creating that as a reality. You see, the person that always had the vision from day one, they don't have that experience. They knew what they were going to be and they became it. So that's unique to them. I have not always known. I have not always had a specific thing, so I get to choose. The reality is up to me. I can put the thought in my mind that I am a millionaire and I receive millions of dollars a year. I can put the thought in my mind that I am healthy and I make healthy decisions. I can put the thought in my mind that I am love and I live in love and light. I can create those. And with each I am statement, you add the sublines of who you want to be. If you're growing your business, then have sublines that align with the business that you desire to have, not the one you currently have. If it's your internal state, if you want to feel peace, if you want to feel love, then have an I am statement that resonates with that, and then build that within you that aligns with the vision that you're trying to create. The version of you that you view when you close your mind and you see the most powerful version of you, what state are they? What do they say when they introduce themselves? You should have so much intention on your I am statements that they roll off the tongue when you introduce yourself to someone. It would be like this. Hi, my name's Henry, and I am love, and I live in love and light. When you say it with that type of conviction, it becomes part of your DNA. It becomes who you are. So if you're struggling with negativity, if you're struggling with the hurt, the pain, that's probably what you're focusing on. And I get it, that things can be happening that are causing it. You could be around somebody that is causing you pain. You could be in a situation that is really tough. You could be in a financial strain where you're not sure what you're going to do in the next moment. All of that is true. But you have to decide, am I going to use my power, or am I going to let this other truth create the reality? If you're struggling emotionally, if you're struggling mentally, if you're struggling financially, whatever it is, what would you rather have? And put that in your mind. If you are stressed all the time, if you are angry all the time, if you are hurt and pain all the time, unfortunately, you become that energy. And what happens is people do not want to be around that energy. When you're hurting, all you see is hurt. And so that turns into the conversations you have. And when someone else is not hurting, they don't want to have those conversations. So they pull away. And it pushes you further into the energy that you're in. So if you want to change it, we have to change what's in our mind. I would suggest a powerful I am statement like I am love, or I am peace, or I am forgiving, whatever energy you need, and then have an action statement behind it. Mine is I am love and I live in love and light. So anytime I have a conversation with somebody, anytime I'm dealing with work, anytime I'm dealing with any stress, that thought goes in my mind first. I am love and I live in love and light. And so they have to perceive the situation from that viewpoint. And when you perceive it from a certain viewpoint that you decide, it changes the perspective that you see the world. Versus when you're in pain and you're hurting, then you see everything from the pain and hurt because that's what's in your mind. What happened to you is what's in your mind. The loss is what's in your mind. The hurt, the sorrow, that's what's in your mind. So I feel pain. I'm hurting. Let me deal with this work situation. I've been hurt. I'm down. Let me deal with this family situation. That does not serve you. It doesn't mean it's not true. This doesn't devalue or invalidate your situation. I'm just telling you, you are not a victim. You are not a receiver of circumstance. You are an observer and a creator. And when you realize your power, you can do something powerful with it. That's all I'm saying. There is no right way that you should be living your life. But there is purpose. There is growth. And if you want that, you get to create that. You get to explore that experience. You're not bad for failing. You're not bad for struggling. You're not bad for not being the fullest version of you. Because time doesn't cease. Your energy never ends. It's always a good time to start your growth. It's always the right time to start moving forward. You're on that path. You know you can do this. Set and protect the words in your mind. When you just get extreme with that, I'm not letting the words and the frequencies that do not serve me into my mind. When you get extreme with that, you'll realize how powerful you are. When you start locking in statements like, I am a millionaire, I am love, I am healthy, and you live by those, it's easy to make the right decisions. It's easy to make the choice that serves you the best because you're seeing it from the lens of that frequency. That's what it does. Over time, that energy will compound. Over time, those choices will compound. Over time, you will truly start seeing a different world because you changed. The world didn't. You leveled up. You became what it is that you desired. And then you got to see it in the world. That's the path. So let's continue to work together. Let's continue to raise our energy and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on your current situation that you can use to change your experience. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook group all down below. And if you're looking for more content, if you want to expand abundantly, if you want to build that wealth, check out my other podcast, Unlock Your Abundance. There's a link down there for that as well. It's on Spotify and iTunes. And we use the same type of energy, the same type of focus to build our wealth energy within it. So today's episode was very similar to this one, but highly focused on money and that kind of growth. So if you want to check it out, go to the link down below. And if you are ready to level up, I have reopened my one-on-one coaching. I'm taking on a few more clients. If you want to build your health, wealth, and happiness, if you want to build a mindset that will help you get to where you're looking to go, consider working with me. There's a link down below where you can sign up and get started on a program to help you achieve and expand however you desire. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.